I don't know. We need to find like a fucking like jingle or something.
Yeah.
We should
All right,
we should do that one day. We should record an actual like jingle for this.
I like it. All right, for now, episode 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1. Even though we've done
Dude,
like
that
15.
sucks. That's like a
We've-
terrible intro. That's horrible.
We've
Yeah,
done
you're
like 15 episodes, but this is the first official one going up.
No, ready? Ready? This is what we're gonna do. I'll say day, Chuck says drink, and then Gerard says radio. And then we go. Ready? It's gonna be
All right.
good. Ready? Day.
Drink.
What do I say again?
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the first episode of it being posted. Daydrink
Yeah.
Radio. That's a perfect intro right there.
Perfect intro. Yeah, that sums up pretty much what this show is. Not a whole lot of structure. Basically just shooting the shit for about an hour or so each week.
Yeah.
Nothing too structured. We cover what's happening in our lives, what's happening with the business, what's happening in sports.
I'm
Gerard.
having a terrible week so far.
Yeah, Gerard,
It's
should we
Monday.
kick things off with how your corporate America job went today, or is that
Dude,
not for the
I
air?
don't know if we can. I don't know if we can post it, but I mean, I'll just Phil Burnsy, and I think I'm getting fired, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how did this happen in one day?
I mean, I had a one-on-one with my manager today, and he's like, "If I were you, I'd start looking for another job." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think you're probably." I'm like, "How much time do I have?" And he's like, "Probably January 1st." I'm like, "Thanks. Good kick off the new year with just a kick in the dick."
Wow. So you basically you got canned today.
I mean, it's
Well,
like
you
I
didn't get canned, but you got canned.
I'm still gonna get like 6 more paychecks, I think.
Wait, question: was he like a dick about it? Like, oh, you should have seen this coming, or was he like trying to let you down easy?
No, well, so he's easy. He's like, "I'm gonna fight for you." And also, I mean, your boy booked 3 meetings today. Like, I booked 3 demos. Like, I had an absolute day.
Yeah.
You're on fire.
So I mean, there's still life, but this is like if this was like gambling, it'd be like you got over 180, and it's college basketball, and it's like 25-25 at half.
Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good right there. Wow, that's a start to the week. Just your manager telling you to look for another job. That's fun.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I was gonna call you Friday, but I didn't want to ruin the weekend." I go, "Buddy, you just ruined 5 more days. You just ruined the week."
Yeah, at least if he would have told you Friday, you could have gone out and gotten. Well, you did go out and get hammered. It probably would have made it a little bit better.
Dude, if you would have told me on Friday, I wouldn't have gone out and gotten 2 bottles at Goodnight John Boy. The fuck?
Yeah,
Oh,
you would have been
that's
saving
fucking
up.
good.
I've been saving up my money. This dude waits till I blow a bag till he fucking tell me.
So
Yeah.
so now where do you pivot from there? Where are you applying for jobs? What are you doing?
OnlyFans.
Nice. Nice.
Uh,
But no, you just got to figure it out. That's brutal.
We're gonna need the listeners to really subscribe and buy the merch because we're trying to.
Yeah, if you're listening, one of our few viewers on YouTube to start here, we anything helps. Everything goes towards Gerard's funding for his livelihood. So
Yeah.
I'll be able to get a stupid sales job, or I might be a bartender. I'm thinking about bartending.
yeah,
I
Gerard and I
feel like
talked.
that would be good.
We talked this morning, and I said we need to like start baking into our plan. And I actually had a call with our investor this morning, which was pretty exciting. And basically, we want to all meet together at some point. I don't think we're ready for that yet, but eventually, like down the line, we'll get to a point where we can kind of meet with him and get a better idea of like our direction. I think, like financially, that way you guys are like clued directly in, which will be very helpful. I think.
Mm-hmm.
But all that to say, it was a great call this morning, and the idea is to get to a point where, Gerard, you don't have to look for a job. But obviously we're not there yet, but we're trying to get there. So
Yes, that would be.
Until
that would
then,
be
it's
very nice.
bartender or OnlyFans. So we'll figure it out.
Dude, I think that you would be a decent bartender. You just have to remember that you can't drink yourself on the job, you know?
I can do that. Here's the thing is that if I become a bartender, whenever I start the week before, I'll just have to get absolutely obliterated like every single day so that when I start, I won't want to drink.
True. That's not a bad way to look at it whatsoever. That's not
recipe for a good first impression.
bad. Yeah.
Life's all about first impressions. Once you get a good first impression, then you're just, you're kind of just
You're
coasting.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're in, dude. That's all it takes.
All right. Being a little bit time sensitive here, I told Burns we'd stick to a schedule here. I'm gonna get us back on track. So let's start off with Hawks game. We hit the Hawks game last week. Overall, 10 out of 10 night. I thought it was a blast. Great game. Well, maybe not 10 out of 10 for some people here.
No. It was, dude, I had a great time. I love going to the United Center whenever I can for literally anything. I love that stadium. And it was a great game just until overtime when the Hawks just decided to fall apart. I mean, they're still rolling. They look good. But obviously being at the game, I hammered Hawks money line, and then
We all
yeah, we all did. And it just didn't go well at the end there. It was pretty brutal.
It's something I haven't seen it. Like, I don't know if I've seen it in person really, but like to see a stadium get the life sucked out of them, like just in a second, the whole stadium just went.
And then everybody, you just saw the storm leaving to the exits, the avalanche of people just leaving. It was bad.
The air got sucked out of that stadium so fast.
Yeah, no, that was pretty
Very fast. One thing that I thought was hilarious, I mean, I'm a hockey guy. I played hockey my entire life, is seeing you two, like, look at the Zamboni drivers and just be like two little kids. You guys were like the two most fascinated people on earth by the Zamboni drivers.
I love seeing the Zamboni, man, because I remember back in the day we were talking about it at the game. I remember back in the day on like old NHL video games how they used to have like a mini game where you could drive around the Zambonis, and it was like the coolest thing ever.
Bonies are
no,
awesome.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, big fan of the bonies. When you see that clear ice, it just looks different, man. And you gotta, they're just bumping and grinding. They're bumping and grinding out there.
Bumping and grinding.
It's an awesome occupation, and maybe that's what I'll apply for next. Fucking Zamboni driver.
Well,
You need a
Gerard,
life.
I told you, this is another thing that I actually have on my list here of topics to cover. It's like in between whistles where they have the TV timeouts, and they have the ice girls go out on the ice and like scrape away the snow on the ice, right? Burns, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
You may not have heard this, but I told Gerard, I was like, hey man, and funny enough that you had the conversation with your boss, I was like, hey man, if your corporate job doesn't work out, you could just be an ice guy, like one of the guys that clears the snow.
That's not a bad calling right there. No, that's
And
pretty
then
decent.
Gerard looks at me and goes, "Oh, and get like the $50,000 signing bonus." And I was like, "What?" And he thought I was talking about ice, like the people that are like arresting all the illegals.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god. Yeah, you could be an ice guy.
You could say, hey, you should be an ice guy, and then with everything going on right now, my first thing is not that.
Yeah, I would probably think the same way as you.
But we were at a hockey game watching people clear the ice.
Okay, at the hockey game, that's a lot different. I thought this was just a conversation that you had in general. I thought this was like after the fact that we were there.
No, this was like at the game. I thought it was so funny.
I did get pretty baked at the game, so I want to self-defense right there.
Yeah. But no, at the hockey game, that's pretty bad.
Another story from the game, which Gerard, you kind of have to tell it. It was we were talking about the refs or something, and you're like, yeah, I was a soccer ref when I was younger. You got to tell that story.
Yeah, so I've had a bunch of jobs, believe it or not. I mean, I think you can tell that from the beginning of this episode, but I was a soccer ref when I was a kid, and I didn't know anything about soccer. I didn't like soccer. I don't know why I was a soccer ref, but I was like the offsides guy. And it was like the championship game of, I don't know why I was working the championship game, but I was. And I was just on my phone, and this dude just cherry-picked and scored the game-winning goal. And I was like, oh, fuck. And the parents were livid. They, like, chased me off the field. I had to run to my mom's car. I had to hop a fence and run to my mom's car. And there was, like, probably, like, 3 or 4 adults running after me.
They're the worst, dude. There was a time I was a ref for, like, second grade basketball. And holy shit, dude. Actually reffing the games, I had a good time. I thought that it was pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. Until you have some parent sitting courtside screaming at you over calling a shooting foul on their, like, 6-year-old kid. I'm like, what are we doing here, man? It's ridiculous sometimes.
They get heated.
Yeah. And, you know, when we're talking like high school football, like that level, you know, I get that, or like higher level. But, dude, when I'm refereeing second graders playing basketball, the rims are like 6 feet tall and they're just chucking up like a bunch of shots in the middle. It's ridiculous, man. It was terrible.
But here's the thing, Burns, is I wouldn't mind becoming one of those guys. Like I wouldn't like it being like a fifth grade game, and I'm just like, are you fucking blind, zebra? And all the
Oh, yeah.
parents are looking at me, but like that sounds fun to do. Have
It
me
does.
so buzzed. I probably
There,
sound like a bad dad.
there is a time in my life where I want to coach like a pee wee football team. And I feel like
Oh, yeah.
that would be the greatest time ever. That would be so
Draw
much
up
fun.
some insane plays, a couple of Statue of Liberties.
Oh, yeah. No, dude. I would run up everything. It would be perfect. It would be so much fun.
Would you run the score up?
Oh, 100%. No, we are not stopping. If I was coaching like a Pee Wee football team, we're up 30 and there's 10 minutes left. We're making it 50. We're not stopping.
You're
They're
gonna
going to
get
learn how to win.
in trouble.
No, but I feel like that's the difference is that our whole generation is now like that way. Like we're all done with the fucking participation trophy bullshit. I feel like all of us are. So it's going to be, run up the score, be an asshole, score, and win. That it should be winning, not participating.
See, I would say the opposite. I think our generation's like softer than ever. I think that the
No
people
way.
in our 100%, dude. If you look back at look at our parents. Like when they were in high school, those dudes like would just beat the shit out of each other because there was no consequences. There's no phones, there's no like they wouldn't get in trouble back then. Nowadays you can't do hardly anything without some sort of repercussion because of
I
the
feel like
internet.
it went from like our parents back in the day, like when they were coaching ball or even playing themselves, you know, it was hard knocks, everything like that. And then it kind of went downhill because then all these people came around saying, "Oh, we have to be safe and we have to participation trophies, this and that." But now I feel like, dude, this is like an uprising a little bit. Like you look at us three, there's a million other people like us out there who are like, "No, we're here to fucking win and we're here to play ball."
Yeah,
Big
but there's
difference.
7 billion people in the world. So if we got a million, that's bad. That's a bad
Yeah,
ratio.
I get what you're saying and I agree with you. I think that's how it should be, but I also think that that's just not how society is now. I think society's softer than ever.
I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to, man. It really depends.
Fair.
I feel
Very
like we
fair.
gotta. I feel like out of the people who are going to eventually be a football coach or a basketball coach one day for like kids, I feel like it's a lot different.
Remember
I feel
when
like-
Cardell Jones beat that Make-A-Wish kid 79-0 and
Yes. Yes, I do remember that. And that's a different story. That's way different. But yeah,
what if
no,
his
he
wish was to get his ass beat by Cardell Jones in NCAA?
maybe,
Granted.
dude. It's like
All
that
right.
one, the one Kanye West graphic. Oh, what was it? When he
Ooh.
beat, when
All
beat
right,
a
I'm keeping
wheelchair
us on
basketball
track
team
here.
by
We're,
100.
we're getting back on track here. All right, big noon kickoff. We were all there. Everyone kind of had different viewpoints. Gerard might have been the most hungover person on earth. I was
Oh,
behind the camera. Burns was having some beers with his family.
Yep.
Also, I thought that big noon kickoff, I didn't know what to expect going into it, but seeing their production and everything seeing Portnoy, Big Cat, I was shocked. I didn't have any expectation going in, but I was like, damn, this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You know, if it was college game day, I would have been lined up out there at 7:00 on Friday night, and I would have been waiting to get into the pit there and everything. But no, walking around out there, the vibes were high. It was really cool just to see the whole setup and everything. And it was a beautiful backdrop for them too. Like on TV in the bars and everything, it looked so sweet. Their whole setup there.
There was no security. There was
None.
There was not a lot of security. I got to Portnoy pretty fucking easily. It wasn't
Extremely
that
easily. So
Yeah.
easily.
No,
It's-
that was a bit weird. That was weird how there was just no security around whatsoever. I feel like how I was saying college game day. I feel like college game day would be a lot different. That shit's on lockdown, you know?
It was also really easy to get up to the front where they were taping. Urban Meyer and Brady Quinn, Mark Ingram. Brady Quinn and Mark Ingram were giving out turkey legs. And I just walked right up to the front. I was probably, I don't know, 5 feet from them. And I was trying to get a turkey leg.
Nice.
Is that one?
Nice.
It was
Yeah,
really-
no, it was cool.
It was very cool. I mean, Portnoy is like a huge role model for me, as you guys could probably tell. I've always followed his stuff ever since I was little. So seeing him in person was crazy, and then also having Gerard like chase him down and then get stiff armed by a security guard was fucking hilarious.
That was cool. That was like really
fantastic.
Cool. Yeah. No, that was awesome. But no, I also didn't realize how much Big Noon Kickoff, how much they actually like go into the crowd and interact with the crowd. I feel like they do it a lot more than any of the other shows do. Like almost every time I was watching on TV, one of them was in the crowd with all the people and they were doing like an interview from there or something. It just felt different. I don't know. It was pretty cool.
Big Cat got in a fucking cold tub, and he got
I know.
fast. He got back up. He was like in center field very quickly. I was like, that was a quick try off.
It
That's
is
how they do it,
crazy.
man.
Their schedule is nuts. I guess that's another thing I didn't realize because people saw the video of Gerard like chasing Portnoy, and people were texting me. They're like, "Hey, did you get him to answer any questions?" And I'm like, for one, he definitely didn't want to. Two, there's no shot he even had time to. Like he went from the bar up to the top of Wrigley Field in 5 minutes and was already on another segment. It's like, damn, they got this stuff down to a science as to like their process and their schedule and all that.
It's Fox. It's like he's working with a big time media outlet now. It's Fox. So like they're just pumping it.
Yeah, no, this isn't like the Barstool. Well, they did the Barstool show there too. They do it before Big Noon Kickoff, but no, dude, they are immediate go when they're over there. It's crazy.
At one point, I wanted to storm the fucking set. I think I told Chuck, I was like, I want to blow this whole thing up, and he's like, do not do that. And I was like,
Yeah.
"But how funny would that be?
Yeah, it would have been good. Yeah,
I have to keep Gerard not in line, not like I'm like your dad, but I always got to just make sure everything's under control. I feel like
I have bad ideas all the time, so I have to run them. I'm getting better at this. I'm running them by you before I do
Yes.
them.
And also, I'm kind of a pussy in some sense, where it's like whenever we were trying to get into the stadium with the media, like you were pressing them a little bit. That was solid, and I was kind of
Wait,
like,
so you
backing
guys
up
did
on it.
try to go in?
Oh, we didn't tell you about this.
No.
Yeah, we tried to go in. We put our our fake media passes on around
Wait.
our belt.
To be clear, they're real media passes, just not the right ones.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. We had our media passes on our belt loops, and we just walked. I asked one of the people, I'm like, "Hey, where does media go in?" She goes, "Right over there by the stairs." And we went up to the person. We just walked right up to her. She looked at it. I almost had to go. It was like just a little bit of a nudge, and then she looked at it like more, and was like, "No." What she said was, "I've seen this before," and I was like, "Well, you definitely haven't seen this before because this is ours." And I don't know if anyone's tried to get in here. I think only me and Chuck have those. So I was like, "You definitely haven't seen it." And then Chuck was like, "Oh, we'll just call our boss Jimmy." Jimmy is his cousin, I believe.
Yeah, I look at Gerard and I was like trying to play it cool, and I'm like, "Hey, Gerard, should we just call Jimmy and like he'll be able to get us in?" And he's like, "Yeah, give Jimmy a ring." And I'm like, "All right." So like I'm acting like I'm on the phone, and like Gerard's like trying to sweet talk him.
Yeah, she was like, let me bring my supervisor down here, and Chuck was like, all right, we'll just go over here. He was trying to dip because he's like, I don't want to talk to the supervisor, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, bring the supervisor. I want to see if this works. Let's give
Yeah,
it.
Gerard like doubled down on it.
If we're gonna give it. The supervisor came and he's like, oh, what's going on? I was like, oh, these are our media passes. Just trying to get in the game, and he's like, who are you with? I'm like, Daydrink, and he goes, and that is. I'm like, fuck, a social media company, and he's like, and that does what? I'm like, all right, buddy. I mean, I can't really get out of this.
Yeah, no, that's when you're cooked right there, right away.
Yeah.
That's when it's over.
And then
But
I
at
was
least you
like,
tried.
all right, let me get Jimmy on the phone. We'll come right back. And he's like, yeah, talk to your boss, come back. He was cool about it, but no shot we were getting at.
But no, right away. Yeah, no, that was over. Damn, you guys were close. I do appreciate the effort. That's pretty fucking cool.
You might as well try.
Yeah, no, you gotta try. No, game was fun. That was a good time. We had a ball out there. It was nuts, dude. The inside state. I mean, it was a Michigan home game. It was crazy.
There are so many Michigan fans there, which is insane because Northwestern's literally down the fucking road.
Yeah, but still, once they saw that they were playing at Wrigley, dude, that's like bucket list right there. They're gonna be there. It kind of sucked watching the game inside though, because Wrigley is just not built for a football game. Obviously, it was just really interesting like my grandpa who was with me, he was getting pissed off because he had to stand the whole game. Because if you were like, we were decently back, but if you were like 20 rows from the field, you had to stand the entire game because you can't see sitting down because the seats are so low, for baseball.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. So the whole crowd is standing. My little cousin next to me, he's like standing on his chair on his tippy toes trying to see the next play because it was just so low in there. You couldn't really see anything going on. The bleachers were definitely like the best seats in that house. Best seats by far. And they didn't even sell some of the tickets like close enough to the field because you wouldn't be able to see shit from there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. On TV it looks sweet, but that's I told you that's how the big house is though too. Like the bottom 10 rows, you have to stand to be able to see anything. So Michigan fans are probably used to it. Dude, it was crazy how many Michigan fans were there though. It was probably
watching a game from a TV is always kind of way better than watching in person. My take.
I do agree with you sometimes. I mean, it just depends. Like some of these nicer stadiums now, it's crazy to go to, and that's like.
What's the nicest stadium you've been to?
The nicest one that I've been to.
Been to Vegas, haven't you?
No, I haven't been to Vegas. I've been outside of Vegas. When I went to Houston, when I went to the Texan Stadium, even though that's a bit older, that's nice. And I really want to go to LA. Apparently that place is just unbelievable. But I'd say probably the nicest stadium that I've been to is probably the United Center, dude. I think that's the nicest one.
You haven't been to that many nice stadiums. That plane's been there.
I've only been to a couple. I've only been to two other NFL stadiums besides Soldier Field, Lambeau and Houston.
NRG.
And then I've been to like 5 different MLB stadiums. The nicest MLB stadium that I went to, well, besides Wrigley, because that's just a different conversation, San Francisco. Unreal, dude. It was crazy going to a game there. Literally right on the ocean. It was nuts.
Does it smell bad because the ocean's right there?
I was in like 4th grade. But from what I remember, no. You know how they have the giant Coke bottle in the outfield?
Yeah.
You know that's just a slide?
What?
Inside of that big Coke bottle, there's like 3 slides in there.
I know we got to stay on topic here, but Chuck, if you can just add this into the segment, like when you're editing, the video of the Brewers announcer going down the slide and then breaking his arm.
I have never seen that before.
That's an interesting video, yeah.
One of the best videos out there.
That's crazy, dude. That slide looks
Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off too early.
No, I was just saying, and when you go to Miller Park up there, dude, that slide looks fucking dangerous, dude. It just hangs over the edge, and it's huge. It's a big decline on that slide.
Go down like this.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'd never go down that slide, but I don't think.
Back to Gerard's point on watching games, like watching sports games at home rather than being at the game. I say 9 times out of 10 rather watch at home. Because then you can follow your bets much easier. The pisser's right there. Beers are pretty much free. You can be warm. That's like 4 reasons right there alone.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for the most part, I'd say 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5 out of 10. Because there's just the vibe of the game going to the
going to see like your favorite team play at home is like that's peak.
And if it's nice out, like a Cubs game in like June, when like, ooh.
Oh, baseball, I would rather be in person 10 times out of 10.
Same. Baseball is different. NFL, though. Because NFL, dude, if you're on one part of the stadium and you're either too low or too high, it's tough to see the actual game.
It just depends on the place. I don't know. I mean, the best is when your team plays on like Thursday, Sunday, or Monday night. So then you still have your full Sunday of watching the whole league, and you don't have to worry about anything else. You're just watching that. That's when it's perfect. That's perfect to go there. What the hell is that?
You were just seeing this before? It's the Whistler.
I remember those from back in the day. It looks like a mini one, though.
Dude, a mini Whistler? If whoever's watching this, go invest yourself in a mini Whistler. They're so underrated. You can just gun this thing like 50 yards and just hear...
Chicks dig it.
Best. I used to have like the Nerf football one, dude. You remember that back in the day, the big one?
Best. When they had like the grip on it or whatever,
Yup.
like orange and like yellow ones. You could... rip those. I felt like Andrew Luck with those fucking.
Some kid would bring his from home for recess when you were playing football out there. Bang. That was the ball. Instead of the shitty ones that the school always had, dude. Oh, my God. Those were the worst.
Or if someone brings an Evolution for basketball, and you're like, this dude's got the and he's like, he's got the rich parents, and he's got like 3 more in his house. He's like, no, yeah, we can use it outside.
That's a throwback right there. Man, we used to go to the YMCA back in the day, and just every day, everybody would ride their bikes to the Y and just hoop up there all day. Those were the times, man. Huh?
Can you dunk?
No, God,
Fuck no, Birds
Dude,
can't dunk. I could
have
answer
no vertical. I have no vertical at all, dude.
Gerard, can you dunk?
Yeah, I can dunk.
Actually?
On a 10-foot hoop.
Yeah, I'll fucking throw down on a 10-foot hoop.
One hand or 2 hands?
Whatever you want, Chuck.
Dude, I Burns, I don't know if I believe this. I feel like
I'll send you a video of me fucking dunking.
I think he could. I mean, he has the height, dude. He's only got to jump like a foot and a half off the ground.
That's my
Fully
TikTok
reaching
handle.
up. Yeah.
Follow me.
So you're saying that if you go to a park right now and try and go dunk a basketball, you're like 5 out of 5 times you're dunking it. No doubt in your mind.
I mean, like no stretching, no warm up at all.
I don't know, whatever you want to do.
I mean, I might need to like warm up a little bit. I mean, but for the most, like if we went to an indoor court, yes, I could dunk a basketball right now.
Nice.
Maybe 2 hands right now, no warm up, probably not. 1 hand, easily. I got a signature move. I bounce it off the glass and then I catch it 1 hand.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
I don't believe that for a second. I believe you can dunk. I don't think you're alley-ooping to yourself and throwing down.
It's easy. The ball goes right up. If you bounce it right, the ball will be right by the rim. All you gotta do is flush it. Chuck, I know you don't live that above the rim life, but this is how it
We might need a little Daydrink basketball tournament here. Cash prize on the line.
Bad.
I will
Dude, I'm awful.
Oh, I mean,
Gerard, are you good besides your height?
Not anymore, but I can still. I mean, I'm still decent. I can spin a ball on my finger for like however long I want. That's like my main like fun trick.
No, I can't do that. You see, Chuck, if it was like me versus you, I feel like I could beat you because I just go into the paint. I just live down there.
Yeah, but you've
But
never
with
seen
Gerard-
me play. Oh, dude,
With Gerard,
but
I get killed.
we're playing street rules, brother. I'm throwing the body around.
The only
just
reason.
The hell no, you would trust me. You would not be able to take me one-on-one. You might beat me,
No, you
but
were definitely no.
it would be
makes
close.
sense. That makes sense because you were a hockey kid growing up.
Exactly.
Those are the kids, either the hockey kids or the ones who did like wrestling or football. They always played basketball. Like just playing street ball with them was literally just playing tackle football, basically.
It's jail rules, baby.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like jail rules.
No. I like
We
to
might
set
need
it up,
to,
you know.
We might need to set up
little bit.
a Daydrink basketball tournament.
Maybe the best back in the day was pool basketball. Pool basketball is still the best.
The
I-
best.
Dominate pool basketball. It's awesome.
I could imagine. Yeah.
Now that's
not
literally
fair.
just a UFC fight, dude.
No,
Yeah, but imagine having Gerard too. He's 6'8". That wouldn't even be fun.
Yeah, no, that actually wouldn't. You can't.
Man,
even get
remember
around
mini
him.
hoop? See, now people are like, "Oh, being tall is awesome." Everyone hates playing mini hoop, pool basketball, anything that has to do with like volleyball, anything that has to do with being tall. I play and they're like, "Oh, it's not fair." And I'm like, "Blame God, brother. That's not me." Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man, I used to be a former men's volleyball player back in the day. I played a season for my high school.
We gotta get a day drink. Chuck said this earlier. We gotta get a day drink beach volleyball team going. I play beach volleyball. It's awesome.
I don't know if I'm a beach volleyball guy.
Vance, you'd love it. You'd love it.
Gerard said
I don't
he's
know
like
if
an
I still got
assassin
it.
out there. Gerard said he's the best
I used
player
to
on
be
the
great.
court.
I used to be awesome at volleyball. I used to love it. Well, it was me and my buddy. It was like freshman year of high school, and we heard on the announcements at lunch. They said that tryouts are like tomorrow for men's volleyball. And you know, playing volleyball in PE class was always so fun. So we're like, dude, what if we just went and did it? So we flipped the coin. It landed on heads, and then we went and played volleyball. We went and played, and it was great. We were on the freshman B team. It was sick.
Burns, I got one question for you and Chuck. Have you guys ever been cut from a team as a youth?
That's when my basketball career ended. I got cut from the middle school basketball team. That's
Which
when I
age?
was done.
Was it 7th, 8th?
7th grade. That's when I was done.
So you weren't even trying out for eighth. You're like, I'm not. If I didn't make
No,
seventh,
no, it was over. It was over because our middle schools were weird. They didn't have any sports for sixth grade. It was only seventh or eighth. So
same.
sixth grade, I still played like rec, and then seventh grade got cut, never played again.
How'd he sit you down? He sits you down. He goes, Burnsy,
No, everybody got a little slip after the last tryout. Everybody got a little slip, and
You
I
read
just
the
didn't
slip
make
and
the
you
team.
just like heartbroken, like maybe a
Yeah, but I
few
didn't
tears
care.
come out.
In football, we went like 8-1 that year. I didn't give a fuck. I was just starting center for the football team. I was pretty happy with that.
Fair. I
I
got
did-
cut. I also
What?
got cut from my seventh grade basketball team.
Did the height not hit yet?
No, the height did not hit yet. But the coach brought me into like the locker room or whatever, and he's like, "So Gerard, after the first tryout, I had you in my top five. I had you starting on the team. And I don't know what happened the second day. I go, what the fuck did I do the second day that got me from the starting roster to fucking gone? Not even on the bench.
That sucks. That's
Oh
that's
my
pretty
God.
brutal right there.
All my friends made it, and I'm like, this is fucking brutal. And then they're all texting me, and they're like, did you make it? And I'm just weeping at home. And I go home, and my mom's like, did you make it? And I'm just like, no, it's not.
It doesn't affect you or anything though.
No, I definitely. Well, guess what? I made it eighth grade year. I went back, made it eighth grade, and when he told me I made it, it's like I got the golden buzzer on America's Got Talent.
That's awesome.
I was like, come on, I'm on. And I got to leave class early for games, for away games. That was the best. And I just wanted the gear. Come on.
Oh yeah. No, that was the move back in the day, man. That's how you know you made it. But
I never had a cut in my day. I was always, but I only
look
played
at
hockey.
fucking Hey Burns, look at fucking Chuck. Never been cut.
I only
yeah,
played
never got
hockey.
cut
I only
for
played
the
hockey
team.
and golf though. So I never.
So
I was on the golf varsity B team. So I wasn't on the varsity A team. But
So you never experienced real heartbreak in your life, is what I'm
Yeah.
hearing. You never experienced true heartbreak.
This fucking
Yeah.
silver spoon fucking this
Yeah,
guy
asshole.
Right?
Holy
Fucking
cow, man.
No adversity, Chuck.
yeah, none.
We're
Dude,
gonna-
the
hey,
worst though is so my football coaches, they wanted me to do track and field, because they wanted me
Why?
to do like the throwing and shit.
Oh.
And it's a lot of strength training, stuff like that. Yeah, and then they used to make me run sometimes with the meets. Terrible. I did last place like every single time. It was
Burns,
the
get out
worst
there.
thing ever. But no, I was just like, dude, what are you doing? Why am I running? Because they wanted like everyone involved. But I told them, no, I'll do the fucking, I forget what it's called, where you put like the metal ball on your neck and then you like spin around, you chuck it.
The javelin.
Shot
Is
put.
that what it is?
Shot put.
Shot
No,
put.
shot put. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did the
but-
shot put. I did stuff like that. And, that was fine. And then they tried to make me run. I never did track and field again. That was one and done for me. That was it.
Yeah,
when
that
I
sounds
was
awful.
when I was trying out for the varsity basketball team, I think it was my junior year, we had to run a mile under like 5:45 or 5:30 or whatever. And every day after school when we were doing, they're like, "All right, today's mile day." I'd go up to like the head coach and be like, "Grandma's in the hospital." Fucking something very
Oh my
extreme.
god.
And
That's
I think
perfect.
I think I did it like 7 times or whatever. And then I heard from one of the seniors like, "You got to run the mile, dude. Coach just doesn't believe that your grandma is still like terminally ill."
In the hospital for the 7th time.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the
she's
best.
always in there on Thursdays, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what to tell you.
I always, a lot of people, they used to like make fun the kids were doing it back in the day, but I kind of respected it. There were kids who would like, during football practice, basically their parents, forced them to do like some activity. And during practice, they would just go and like hide in the bathroom the whole time. Like they wouldn't go out or anything. I kind of respected it. I'm not going to lie, dude. Now looking back on it, they didn't want to do it. It's up to them.
If you guys had to run a mile right now, how fast do you think you could do it?
Not fast. I'll give you that answer. Not fast.
I think Burns beats me.
No
You
way.
think?
Are you kidding me? I don't
My-
run. I mean, dude, I do I do incline walk every day, but I don't run. That's the difference.
You do wait.
Every day. 35 minutes, 12% incline, 3 miles an hour every single day.
And then you
Burns.
get
Except for Saturday and Sunday.
Burns, I'm not much of a I'm not much of a workout guy. So I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm talking about here. and I'm not trying to bust your balls too hard, but I have been informed by others that the incline machine is like an ultimate chick machine.
Not the
Like,
incline machine, the treadmill.
You incline on the treadmill, or you take the stairs?
No, you don't do the stairs. No,
All right,
the
all right,
stairs
all right.
thing. But dude,
No,
that's
for
what
chicks.
it is.
That's
oh
for
my
chicks,
God.
right?
But still, dude, dude, those things will fucking kill you. If you do the fucking stairs, holy shit. No, you would be dying on there. Dying,
No,
dude.
I've done the stairs before because obviously I got this
What
fat ass.
incline machine are you talking about?
I think he's talking about the elliptical.
No, I'm talking about the stairs.
Oh, you're talking about the stairs.
Yeah, the
I'm
stairs
talking
machine.
about the
All right, that's like for chicks.
walking on a treadmill at an incline. And Burns, I love you, is the biggest soccer mom minivan driving.
is. That's where it's
motherfucking
from.
road.
That's where it's from. That's where it is. And
You got
dude,
your fanny pack on when you do it, and you got your wristbands on and your headband when you do it.
Yeah,
You
do you wear
burn-
weights on your ankles and
No.
your wrists?
no, you burn more or the same as doing that as running. I forget the exact figure, but it's basically the same. And you sweat your fucking ass off, dude, every day.
I'm not.
It's like
I'm
you're in a
also-
fucking
people
sauna.
I can't be one to judge either because for my exercise, I swim, and swimming's pretty. Not the
Oh,
manliest.
swimming? No, that's a whole thing, dude. That's crazy.
My tall guy joints. My joints. I need activity that's good for the joints.
Well, no, that's a full body workout. Every time you swim, that's a full body workout.
I know.
I can't really judge either or say anything. I don't work out ever. So
We all
Dude,
do
swim
steroids?
class in high school was the best. Swim class in high school was so fun. That's another thing I did there.
Dude, people hated swim class.
People
didn't
did,
have
but
it.
I had it the last period of the day, so I just go home and shower after. And instead of doing like dance and PE or some BS like that, we would just go and swim. And we had to do like they had it on the board, you had to do like a certain amount of laps. Once you were done, you got to go and play pool basketball, and we would just play pool basketball every day. It was pretty great.
I've noticed a trend with our friend Burnsy here. He when you have an opinion on something that is not it is usually the minority, and you're like, but because you like it, you're like, no, dude, it's the best. Everyone
It is.
loves
It's
it.
great.
And it's like, no,
It's
everyone,
like Disney,
dude, Disney, everyone hates. Swim class, everyone hated. But since you had a good time and a good experience, you're like, everyone loves it. That is not the case.
Disney's
brother.
like one of the most visited vacation places in the world.
Not by normal adults.
Swimming is awesome. Swimming's a
Especially
great
without
time.
kids.
I love swimming. Who doesn't like swimming?
A lot of people, when they're coming up in their youth, did not like swim class, and
I guess.
All
No,
right,
it's
all right.
just-
I'm gonna get us
swimming's great.
back on track here. We're talking about high school swim class.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, into a little bit of business stuff with the accounts. We
Wait,
need
one
to
more thing before we talk business. One more thing.
Yes, and it's not real business, but kind of.
No. Good story. Yeah. So me and my friends got cut off by Buffalo Wild Wings on Saturday night.
awesome.
Yes. So
Wings
this
or
is,
beer?
huh?
Wings or beer?
Beer. We got cut off from a Buffalo Wild Wings on Saturday night. So it was after Northwestern game. We went back to my apartment, hanging out there, and then to watch UFC because all the Buffalo Wild Wings are UFC bars, and they actually get like packed for it too. It's pretty fun. We went to B-Dubs to watch the UFC fights, and we're sitting at the bar. We got our dinner, and we're just having beers. I had an espresso martini because they just added it to the menu. I had an espresso martini at B-Dubs.
You sent me a picture. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's kind of criminal, but kind of awesome."
I mean,
Espresso
it was
martini at B-Dubs.
it was a normal espresso martini. It was your average. And it was probably cheaper than if I got it like anywhere else that has espresso martinis. So I took
Hard
it,
to cut.
and yeah, it was like $11 an espresso martini, I think, which is a pretty good deal. And later in the night, we've been there for like 2.5, 3 hours. We're not even like that drunk. Like we're feeling good, but nothing crazy. We haven't done anything. And the waitress comes up. She says, "So we've had a problem recently with drunk drivers at this location where they had to put a certain amount of alcohol that like each person can order. And we just completely surpassed the limit in 3 hours. In 3 hours.
Who's driving?
No one. We told her we're not driving. We took an Uber there. But we got cut off based on their line, whatever they had, but then we found a way around it.
Wait,
Our
what
waitress-
was the line at? What's the line
I
of
have
like
no
max
idea.
beers?
But she
Well,
said,
how many did you have?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. We probably had 5 or 6 beers ahead, and we got cut off.
It's not that bad.
5 or 6 drinks ahead, and we got cut off. But then what we did is, because, she couldn't put any more in on the computer, we just asked her, hey, if you just pour some beer and then just find something else on the menu that's like, equal value to whatever the price would be. So we had a couple more beers after that. She went around the whole thing, which was fucking sick. That made it awesome. That was great.
Did you tip her good? You had to have tipped her good,
no,
right?
we did.
Yeah, nice,
we did.
nice.
No,
Job.
she thought it was bullshit
No.
too. They don't know. I was at the Des Moines, Iowa location of Buffalo Wild Wings. If B-Dubs is listening right now, so investigate that location.
No, we're not putting her on blast.
No,
Keep her. Those.
Yeah, I was at the Des Moines, Iowa location.
Shit, I had something I was gonna say, but I forget what it was. Business wise, we need to activate our Twitter. Gerard has stepped up and he is taking the reins on that. Which I'm putting a lot of faith in you. I know you can do a good job. Once again, any questions, kind of like when we were at Big Noon Kickoff, anything that's a little questionable, just shoot me a text, run it by me. I'll be happy to review.
Okay, sweet. We'll see how the first couple go. Like, if I just send you something bananas, you're like, yeah, definitely don't post.
See,
Twitter's
that's my
cool.
thought.
Twitter's really cool because the most random bullshit can just absolutely explode on there, and it's awesome. It's a great time.
So, Burns, you're a pretty avid Twitter user. Like, you're a couple posts a day. What direction do you think we should take this? Because it's not like we have stuff to always talk about, like, day in and day out on Twitter, but we want to be in the know and on what's trending and shit like that.
Literally just whatever's trending. Yeah, whatever's going on. Literally just go on the For You tab on there and just scroll through, and you'll just see what everybody's talking about and just say something about that, some shit like that. That's the best, with an account like that, that's the best way to do it. Because, I go on there, but I just talk about the Bears all day. I don't really mess around with anything else. Every once in a blue moon, I'll just be talking about random bullshit, and I'll have a tweet do well, but it's always just about, like, Chicago sports. That's all I usually talk about. But no, just random shit on there, man. That's the direction you gotta go, for sure.
Gerard, I have never used Twitter pretty much in my entire life.
I haven't really used Twitter, like, really that much, but I did use, I don't know why I think I'll be good at it because of this, but when I used to have a podcast with a couple buddies, and we got Alexis Fox on the podcast because of me on Twitter. Are you guys familiar with Alexis Fox?
No.
All right, sure. She's one of the biggest porn stars in the world. 3 million followers on Instagram. And I got her on the podcast because I tweeted her. And
Nice.
and so that is why I think I'll be good at running our Twitter.
All right, I like it.
Dude, just fuck around on there, have fun with it, and it could
I
do
think
well, 100%.
I think posting our content and then, like, because whatever Chuck posts on either Instagram or TikTok, I think we should just throw that up there too, because it could do numbers. You never know. And then also,
Yeah.
I think, like, throwing up polls on, like, trending topics, like, have people, like, engage or vote or whatever, starts to get some action. Then more people vote on it. It's just engagement.
No, that would be a good idea, too. Yeah.
I like it. Burns, also, you have the login to that, right?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, I'll get you both the login for that. The one that I saw that Burns you posted was about the ESPN Disney deal or whatever, or
Dude, that tweet
ESPN
just fucking...
YouTube TV. If shit like that is happening, like, I need to get better at this for sure. Like, I'm so out of the know on, like, topical things or, like, pop culture shit. If you see things like that happen and you, for, like, maybe can't get a tweet out or something, just text in our group chat and one of us can get something out. Because, like, that's what's going to get us growing, I think, is being on shit like that.
No,
And
that's
then-
the cool part about Twitter. That tweet took me 15 seconds, and then it just tweeted. But that also wasn't like a pop culture thing. That was really just, I was pissed off. So
What did it
was
do?
like- It just blew up. It was like 40K likes, which is really good for Twitter on there, and then like 2 million views. It was literally just saying, because when I say it too, it sounds like bullshit. Now they finally figured it all out. But the fact that I had YouTube TV and ESPN Plus, yet I couldn't watch Monday Night Football on ESPN, like, that's fucking ridiculous. That's
Dude,
crazy.
I bought the ESPN streaming thing because I want to watch Alabama LSU the next week. They get it all figured out. Biggest
Yep.
waste of fucking $30 I've ever spent in my entire life.
Ridiculous, dude.
I think there's a voucher you can go in and claim a $20 thing for your YouTube TV
Yeah,
if
from
that's
YouTube.
what you
Down
had.
the hell.
Yeah.
The man's always up, and us peons are always going to be down, and it drives me bananas.
It's true, man. Thank God they fucking figured it out. It took long enough. It's
Yeah.
because this past Saturday, ESPN had like all of the good college football games. So that's
Yeah.
100% why they figured it out. That was their best slate of the year. So,
But yeah, back to the Twitter thing, any shit like that, even if you can't get a tweet up, shoot a text in a group chat. Well, let's get the group chat going as much as we can, and I can also take those tweets and put them into posts on Instagram, which I think will
Yeah.
perform well. So,
Hey,
no,
Chuck,
that's good.
yep.
is Thanksgiving Friday?
Oh yeah, that was the last thing. We're ripping Daydrink Thanksgiving Friday at Burns' place with dress code.
Fuck.
I'll figure it out.
I'm
Dress
wearing
code.
that.
Gerard, wear what you think is comfortable for Thanksgiving. That's my dress
No,
code that I have
there's
instated at
a
my
dress code.
residence.
There's a dress code being put in place.
Can I wear this?
Yes, it's a casual.
It's
Yeah,
not much
nice.
of a dress code if I could wear fucking this.
I got to figure out how I'm making a fucking turkey, dude.
Yeah, you do.
I
My stomach is depending on you, Burns.
Yeah,
I'll have a
just-
budget for us on Wednesday.
When I get home, I mean, that's like my full fucking, that's my full focus. Is just figuring out how
The
to make
bird.
You
Yeah.
better treat that bird right.
I'll try my best to. If it sucks, but I'll try my best.
Ooh, wait. By the way, don't get a butterball turkey.
Okay.
Because did you guys see the story last year about the butterballs?
No.
no,
The factory workers were fucking the turkeys.
dude,
Actually, that's kind of
Swear to God.
crazy.
that
Swear
is
to God,
not
That's
true.
crazy.
That is true. You can look it up. I swear to God. There's a report that the factory workers were fucking the butterball turkeys. And then I think I made something on my Instagram about it. And my buddy swiped up and he's like, I texted my mom, we got a butterball.
Oh god.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, no, that sounds good.
Sweet. And then last thing, for this show, ooh, sorry, my light's tweaking out. For this show, if we're gonna be putting it on YouTube, let's try and have, and I'll put this up to myself, is we'll make it a little bit more structured where we kind of have like topics to talk about.
Yeah.
So on Monday afternoons, Monday mornings, I'll gather topics from you guys, kind of plan out the structure of the show, and then
Yeah.
we're not talking about high school swim class for 20 minutes.
But that's also where some good moments
But-
happen, is where you bring up random conversation.
I agree. I think I'll be the structure guy and let you guys run, and then whenever it gets a little bit too far, I'll reel us back in
Sure.
that.
Yeah, no, that works.
But yeah,
Burn, oh, you see some of the chicks that got announced for the fight, for the matches? For the wrestling matches that were commentating?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, a couple of them got OFs.
Really? It's
Am I
gonna be
allowed
a
to-
fucking interesting day, dude. That's gonna be a time. I think it's some of my buddies are coming and they're sitting ringside.
Same.
yeah.
I got some people coming.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yes.
think a couple of my buddies are coming.
Do you want to
Gerard was doing his research on the wrestlers.
Yeah, dude. I'm
picking
doing
his favorites.
bad research.
I'm gonna figure it out, man. I'm gonna have a great time, but we're gonna figure it out and have a ball.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of I got the backdrop. I'm gonna get set up tomorrow. I'll send you a picture of it.
Nice. Sounds good.
Hell yeah, boys.
But
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in and made it this far, which I would assume that there's very few who made it this far, but thank you for tuning in, and we will be back next week on Monday with another episode of Daydrink Radio.
I'm
hell
stoked.
yeah. Sounds
All right.
good.
Peace
So,
out, boys.
All right.
Yeah,
This
do we have
is
the tab open?
Yeah, leave the tab open.
All right.
this
All right,
is
see ya.
100%. Perfect.
Yeah.